Me, hi Ivo, I'd like to do an update about what's going on now. On January 7th, I was disappointed at what happened at Congress, that the deep state continued to try to steal the vote and that Mike P had gone along with the bad guys on stealing the vote. I know they think they can get away with it because they've gotten away with so much for thousands of years, never mind killing JFK when he threatened to do what Trump is now. And then stealing the St. Germain funds at 9/11. Having spent the day watching Washington, this empathy was thrown off her game by the negative energies there, and it took me a couple days to recover. Then there was a subsequent dark side attack at night time, which took another day to recover from. You guys know what it's like when you have nightmares and how hungover you feel the next day? Well, it was like that. They never get me down for long, I always use whatever they throw at me to make myself stronger. It's the only way. That's why I hate pity. And I get that from people all the time who feel sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for myself, I learn to deal with it. That is the way to strengthen your God connection. Do you think you came here to take all this shite on just to wallow in self-pity? Then you're missing the point. Adversity makes you stronger. Your job is to learn how to turn a negative into a positive, and yes, that includes little children as well. Hopefully you'll have a parent that teaches you how. But most of us feel sorry for people who have suffered when in fact the reason you're suffering is because you've attracted it, you've created it with your negative thinking, or you've volunteered to experience this so that others can learn. Read Sylvia Browne's books because she talks about the real reasons things happen. So do Ivo and I. It's about self-responsibility. If you're having a bad day, what can you learn from it? What is it teaching you? How can you make yourself more loving, stronger, and wiser from your experience? I went through this at one point. Years ago, I was being targeted and shadow banned on Facebook. I intuited that if I called my friends list the attacks would stop. So I did. I pissed off some people, but you know, most of them are not with me anymore anyway. People tend to be very transient on social media. One person who was angry with me spoke to me about it, and I respect that. She had the kahunas to tell me how unhappy she was with me without attacking me, and she created the chance for us to discuss it and remain friends. I have a lot of respect for you, Julia. I asked the light workers who follow me to switch to Mu and a few of them did. I tried setting up a forum and some people joined, but it was already too much work for me. Then I had to put up with the fighting and complaining, which I won't do. So I closed the forum and remained on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. However, I have kept my friends list small. I have some followers, but I'm not sure they always get my posts. What I did do, was I asked people if they wanted me to email our channelings to them and some said yes. I see our work all over the internet, on social media, and on private websites. Some I know of, many I don't. When it came time to deal with censorship, I did it my way. I spread Implant Communications all over the place. I didn't put all our eggs in one basket. Then I focused on our website because we're always there. I recently put up a newsletter page, which explains the new things that we've been working on. That should help give people an idea of what there is to see if they've already been on the site and read it before. I'll link it below. Ivo now tells me his ship is hovering over northern Ontario, ready to begin our spaceport project. Before, he was over Area 51, but he swapped up this project for one he and I will be doing together, starting a spaceport, a non-compliant community, and creating a TV station which will be run on the QFS. We will have med beds and food replicators, and I've also seen that we're to be involved in food growing technologies that surpass what we have here on Earth, and perhaps this will help people in the Canadian North and other snowy climates to become self-sufficient, and to wean them off of Monsanto Frankenfoods. Ivo, we wish to say to the community that they should not take Twitter so seriously. We realize that communication with your intel contacts is important, and it is, however this is only temporary. You are being shown the divide and conquer strategy of the deep state. Move to Parler and Gab right now and perhaps you will decide to remain there. However, I wish to reprimand all of you for staying on social media sites that were censoring you in the first place. As Sheran stated, when she was fighting censorship years ago, few would move off of Facebook to follow her. I am saying to you now that you must stop allowing the deep state to decide where you will meet with your contacts. You must take matters into your own hands as soon as you see trouble on the horizon, as Sheran did. Do not allow the deep state to decide who you speak to. Do you not see that this censorship is the same program as lockdowns are? Your ability to see others face to face is limited due to lockdowns, and censorship of your posts and comments is perpetrated upon you on social media. This is all divide and conquer strategizing. You are allowing it by not having moved off to an uncensored platform earlier. You only go when it is absolutely necessary, when you are left with no other choice. Even the teachers, the ways howers in your group are still allowing the deep state to dictate where you get to have a voice. This is no better than mask wearing. You must stand up to them. Do not wait for another to do it. Stand up and stay together. This in itself shows the instability of your group as a whole. So many of you have not moved beyond the matrix mindset. And this is important. You must understand its strategies and learn how to outmaneuver them before they can dictate to you. You have empowered the deep state by allowing them to mess with your messages when alternatives were already available to you. It takes a warrior to see the forest for the trees. Sheran is such a warrior. She outfoxed the deep state while taking her personal limitations into consideration. Thank you for all of you who spread our messages to your contacts and on your websites. Social media will have a facelift. And it will remain available to all to spread messages. Your media will also have a facelift. Me, I'd like to see John Roberts arrested. He's Canadian and he's a shame to all of us here. He used to be on City TV in Toronto. He wanted fame, I guess, and now he's going to be famous, all over Guantanamo Bay. Looks good on him. Ivo, yes, news anchors will be arrested and the mindless drones and holographic people on your television set will be dealt with as well. You will see your television change, my dear people. It will change from being the negative societal influence to a more educational influence. You will have less inclination to sit in front of the TV all day soon, as the mind control will be eliminated and advertising also will be taken off the screen. Me, good. Those insipid commercials. They are actually worse for social control than the TV shows are. Ivo, yes, they are about your purchasing habits and a continual manipulation of what you feel your needs are. Your needs are nothing like what the advertisers want you to believe them to be. Me, so what can we expect within the next few weeks, Ivo? Ivo, a blackout is possible. As I say, social media and the media must be reformed. Free speech must be allowed and those censoring you now will be arrested. Me, what about the Vatican? The Pope was arrested. Ivo, they are complicit in the scandal to elect Biden as president. Me, is it true that if the ATMs and banks go down that the QFS will be installed in its place? Ivo, it will be. Me, great. Will there still be Illuminati around after all these arrests? Ivo, there are so many of them, we are afraid that there will be more to come. More scandals, more war attempts by lesser minions of the deep state. Other countries rising up with new factions of the deep state to try to assume control. Yes, it will not stop overnight. Me, that's too bad. Ivo, yes. The people are the solution. The people must leave their matrix mindsets behind and learn to see life as the powerful beings that you are. Sheran is undergoing this now, and this is why she reacts negatively to pity, complaining, and stories of woe. She understands them differently and the rest of you must as well. The Matrix has encouraged you to see life as victims and perpetrators. We have discussed the victim triangle and you must step away from it. Those who seek to drag you back down with it, you must deal with assertively. Me, yeah, I know some people I talk to just aren't happy until I'm listening to their problems. They think that's the way to connect with others, discuss your difficulties. It's not for me. It's a big turn off, actually. Difficulties are there to learn to grow from, like we said. Then watch your life change for the better. If you don't grow from them, they get worse. If you think it's a problem, it's because you think you can't deal with it. If you think it's no big deal, it's because you're confident you can overcome it. Once you learn you can create money, it's half the battle in this world of financial enslavement. You don't need the government and its money. You need yourself. Why do you think they're shutting down all the businesses now with these lockdowns? Because it was the part of the system they allowed you to survive through. So create something else. Why do you think you have to pay for everything? Because that's how they control you. I'm going to start a city that's not focused on money as a means of living. I'll pay for everything that needs to be done and people can live for free. Just so they will change their minds. So they get away from the idea that money keeps them alive. It doesn't. You do. I'm going to prove it to them. Let them see for themselves. We'll live like ETS do. Ivo, yes, this will be another goal of our domed city. To change their minds. Me, where will my money come from? It'll come from God. Money is energy and God has lots of it. Ivo, he does, indeed, my love. We will change the minds of many humans. The ones who wish to remain stuck as financial slaves will see the difference in those who wish to be free. Me, it'll be great, Ivo. Ivo, it will, my love. I am planning this city now as we speak. You will get to know many of the people I work with on my ship, as they will be living and working with us. Me, cool. I can't wait. Ivo, nor I, my love. Nor I. I miss you so.